start singing shit out before we go live.
We live right now.
All right.
Get this link and share it out if you want to share it out too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I won't start the timer just yet.
Oh, just cause.
That's the only thing I wish Twitch would do that YouTube does. When you share a link, it shows you that like you're live. It don't just give you the profile picture. Now you can talk to him.
Not bad.
You're all good.
What up, you doing? Honey.
Wifey's in here. Corinne. What up, y'all?
My soon-to-be wife is in here. And so is Nate. Hell yeah. Streaming on YouTube just looks so different. Chat box and everything.
Yeah.
Like I remember like the very first episode you guys have, I was just like typing in there and I was like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, this is so weird.
Wish y'all had your emojis on here. I'm spamming all the hype and stuff.
Oh, dude, right? All the hype, Joker love, all the flames on our fire.
Jesus Christ. What up, guys? What's going on? You fuckers.
That's what I do.
What's up, Bob? What's up, Nathan? What's up, Jade?
Moving on through my alcohol, don't mind me.
Hey, my mom's in here. Let's go. What up, Ma?
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hella funny. Hi, Mark's mom.
Now I'm nervous.
Now I don't know what to say. Now I don't know what I can say.
My sister as well. What up, Jordan?
Bear with me, guys. I'm sharing this shit out. So
No,
you're good.
we got time.
Peace Joke's whole family's in it.
Let's go.
Well, yeah, no, you did put it on Facebook, didn't you, Mark?
Yeah, I shared it to Facebook.
Yeah.
As
Whenever
well.
whenever you do that, I see it. I'm like, man, I haven't used Facebook in fucking forever.
only time I don't have a
Actually,
Facebook account. Well, I have an account, but I don't really use it. Only thing I use fucking Facebook for is my YouTube shit.
Dude, I use it to like keep track of like family members and things.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right, cool.
Like they'll just randomly send me a message and be like, "Hi, it's been so long, Ryan. How are you?"
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I can't hear y'all. You can hear us now.
Let's go.
Y'all ready, guys? You ready? Let's go.
Yeah, we're good.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Boom. Look at those handsome motherfuckers right there. What's going on, guys? What's up?
What up, everybody? Welcome back in.
Yes.
Appreciate all you guys stopping by.
12
Ryan,
viewers.
thanks for being here as well.
Yeah, thank you
Cheers,
guys
guys.
for
Cheers.
having me. Honestly,
no
problem.
Cheers,
We are welcome to have you, man. Grateful to have you here.
Very much so.
Yeah.
yeah, happy to be here, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. To be honest with you, chat, fucking Joker, we kind of saved our asses, so.
Definitely so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other guests we had lined up.
Stream, like, hey, you're gonna join the podcast, and I'm like, fucking tell me when.
I was like, how about this weekend? I was like, I just shot my shot. I just shot it. I was like, come on, let this motherfucker say yes.
Yeah.
Dude, of course I was gonna say yes, man. I was just like, I didn't think I'd be asked this early. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right. Perfect. Well,
Hey.
everybody, welcome back into another episode of Mind Talks.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
super happy to be here. Super happy to have all y'all come in as always.
Oh yeah.
Much love. Ryan, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, my name is Ryan. I'm a fellow streamer like with iFlames and Peace Joke here, Mark and Aaron. Name's Joker, if you didn't know. But yeah, my real name is Ryan. So hey guys, how's it going?
What up, dude? What up? What up? I didn't
What's
know.
up?
I didn't know this dude. I
Shit.
didn't know this fucker was named Ryan for the long time. I didn't know he lived in fucking Hawaii.
Yeah, dude, you didn't find out that I lived in Hawaii until yesterday.
Yeah,
So, like,
yesterday.
we're gonna go over just a couple things a little bit here, and I was like, all right, yeah, for sure. Oh, what time should we go do this? And okay, what time is your time zone? Because I'm way behind everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
But it worked out.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, definitely. Found a good time that worked for all of us and
Mm-hmm.
made it work.
Yeah.
I knew Joker's name since I was born.
Well, then it was nice too. Like even yesterday, we were talking, and we were like, "Fuck, we should have just started the podcast." Right? We were
Right.
talking for like an hour. It was like,
Yeah.
should have just started then.
Just
Showing us
bullshitting. We're
fucking
like,
our
okay, we had, like,
childhood pictures and all that stuff.
oh,
Yeah.
dude.
And like 5 minutes of like, okay, when we should do it, or when we should do it, like, and that was about it. And then just
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was like we showed off a couple different pictures of each of us like without beards or like shorter hair and things like that.
I don't want to show mine again.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. The one picture that I showed was like the biggest douchebag picture I have ever taken in my life.
Joker froze.
Oh no.
We still got audio. Technical issues.
Yep.
It's going in shambles.
Hell yeah.
Bear with us.
Amazing.
Can't always rely on the internet.
Wonderful. I look wonderful with that.
It's gonna happen. There's nothing we can do about it. So
it's all good.
There it goes.
I'm still here.
Yeah. It'll come in and out, chat. So it's just
Yes.
Y'all just let us know if the stream itself starts acting up. That's what we need to know. So
yeah.
So far, everything on my end, all the numbers are looking good. So.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, same.
See what chat's got to say.
Ooh,
they got to say a lot.
Holy.
We'll start with the very first. Joker put first.
Oh, hell yeah, I did, dude. I was like, just cause I'm right here. Hell yeah.
So excited. Been loving listening to y'all guys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And this will be up on it's be on Spotify. One thing y'all don't know about Spotify, guys, it's a little more uncut over there, so y'all get more of the full raw spectrum and everything. So yeah.
Yes.
There'll be edits on there if then you like take out names and all that stuff. But like with our Bryant Chambers, like most of the pre-show was in that, so you want to go and check that out.
yeah, it was like what, half hour of us just talking beforehand too. Made it nice. So.
It's probably a good thing you didn't get the pre-show yesterday with.
Yeah, we talked a lot about it. A lot of shit you talked about.
Just the audio at least.
The audio alone.
Yeah, we could have released the audio on Spotify and all that shit, but not on YouTube.
Yeah.
We would have had a couple claims against us.
We're part of the MindTalks probably been gone today.
Like, we're sorry, you can't do this because
right.
You're an idiot.
Forever having technical difficulties.
Y'all are banned for life. For sure.
Right. I kind of want to start with Ryan. If you want to do a little bit about yourself, like story-wise, your background a little bit.
Yeah, I can. So, I mean, just a little bit about me. My name is Ryan. I grew up in California from the Bay Area, even though people will deny where I'm from is actually part of the Bay Area. But I promise I'm like 20 minutes away from the beach, so fuck anyone that says so. But spent the last 8 years up north in California. Went to school and everything up there. Met a whole bunch of friends. Really surprised I didn't meet you, Mark, because it was in the same area.
Same time.
And yeah, went through a whole lot of stuff. Bought a house, and fortunately, 2018 happened. Well, that was not a fun time. And for anyone who doesn't know, the campfire, when that happened, I was definitely living up in Paradise, California when that was happening, and it was pretty awful. And it took me like hours longer to get out of the fire and everything than anyone else did. It was like 10 hours or so is what it took me to get from just on Skyway. I was literally on the corner of Skyway and another road, and it took me forever to get all the way down. But the cool part about it was I got to see a couple cars explode with no one in it. So that was kind of cool.
Hell yeah.
Sent up in the air. And I got to drive like down the upway from Skyway, and I was like, I always wondered what that was like, just driving on the wrong side of the road. But yeah, it was good though. It was cool in that regard. But other than that, it kind of sucked. But,
so were you camping or were you at your house?
No, I was just at my house. I went to bed. There's a bar down in the actual town called the Crazy Horse, and they had like a buck night where like all well drinks and a couple other things for like $1.
Yeah.
Just a small little glass or a small little cup, depending on whatever they had. And we went out there for buck night the night before and got back home. It's like 2:45 in the morning. Stayed up, played some games with some friends and everything. And it was like 5 a.m. when I finally went to sleep. Got woken up at 6 a.m. by one of my roommates like banging on my door saying, "Hey, you need to wake up.
Oh shit.
The town is on fire." And I was like, huh, funny. Went right back to sleep for like 10 more minutes, and then we hear a loud pounding on our door, and it's like the police and firemen saying, "You guys have 5 minutes, get your shit and get out."
What'd you grab? We
went.
Did you grab anything?
Oh, dude, I had to grab the cat, the dog, some clothes for a little bit, made sure I had my laptop, like some clothes from the 2 roommates that weren't even there.
Yeah.
Just everything.
Damn.
Just trying to grab as much as what we thought we could get.
Yeah.
And it was just hell from there on. Like, I have some videos of like just me sitting at the corner next to my house with all this traffic, and just trying to get into all the traffic to go down. And it was awful. It took like 2 hours just to get down to like a block and a half away. And my roommate she lucked out. She had like almost no gas and super illegally followed an ambulance all the way down.
I would have too in that situation.
Yeah, but I was a couple lanes over because they opened up all the lanes, all the everything to just get everyone out, and I could not make it down. So I'm sitting there like, okay, service and everything ran out like an hour and a half in. I'm just sitting there vibing to music, kind of like, please get me the fuck out of here. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Everything kind of slowly approaching and on fire, and it was just not cool at all. It was just like heartbreaking almost. You're just watching the town that you lived in, and like the people that you know, and like hoping everyone's okay.
Yeah, right.
And it was just by the time I got down to where Skyway actually splits off to like actually go down to the town below, everything was on fire. Like my tires, I had to replace them because they were just all melted, and it was not good.
Damn. So when you walked out of your house, was it like just like surrounded in flames or what?
My house, not particularly, but you can see the flames. And by the time it hit like, I don't know, 2 p.m. or so, like the sky was just dark.
Yeah.
Like
dark as hell. Midnight at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was
horrible. Smoke and shit.
Yeah.
It was so huge. It made it all the way to my parents' house, my dad's house down in Santa Rosa, which is like 3.5 hours away from there.
Yeah.
Like all the smoke, all the ash, everything. It was awful. I was coughing up a storm.
Jesus, dude.
Like by the time I made it down there, and I was like the last of all of my friends and like people that I knew directly to make it out of there. And so by the time I got down and finally had service again, I had like 300 and something text messages and like 200 something missed calls, and like from so many people that I just haven't talked to in like all that long, but just friends of mine, they were just like, is everything okay? Like, we know you live up there. I'm like, hey, I made it down, and I'm pretty sure I was the last one too. So
chat says, damn, grab the Xbox and run.
Oh, dude, no.
That's the last thing you think about,
dude.
right?
It was at that point.
We left TVs. I left my safe on accident.
It's just like, grabbing your animals and a pack of clothes and just
grab
getting
what's
out of
alive and clothes just to put on your back and get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, no, it was pretty awful. One of my roommates was with his girlfriend in Reading. They wouldn't let him back near Skyway as he was trying to come back and like save some of his stuff. I saved most of it, like his clothes and like things like that, because he just didn't have. I just grabbed his whole closet, hangers and all, just threw them in my car.
Was that back when like roommate, all the fires were like really going on? It was like really bad.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Damn. Yeah, they said that you could see that fucking smoke for space and all that shit.
Oh, dude, it was so bad.
Yeah.
And it didn't let up for like 2 weeks.
Holy shit.
Or something.
2.5 weeks. I mean, it was continuously burning. I mean, even after that, it was still kind of going, but they at least had the containment on it.
Yeah.
At that point.
It took me so long to get down to just the next couple rows that by the time that I finally did make it there, I could see all the flames and everything behind me. And I'm like, I see the helicopters and the planes like dropping all the flame retardant and everything. I was like, maybe, just maybe it hit my house. But like, we had no real grass or anything. We had just fence around it and everything. So I was like, man, this is 100%. Like, it's gone,
dude.
Yeah. So for anybody that's here in chat that doesn't really know like about the town or anything, it is town basically just built in the middle of the mountains up on the ridge. It just surrounded by trees, grasses. I mean, everything. I mean, and it went through and it went quick. I mean, there was no time to get out of there.
Damn.
It was horrible.
And it's
trying to remember.
It's still pretty horrible to even see right now. Like I went back when I flew back and went and visited for like a week this past year. I was like, okay, I need to go up and see one of my friends who lives up in Sterling City, who thankfully was still okay. It's like 2 towns above where I was. And drove through the town, drove through everything. It was straight up in the mountains. There's trees everywhere, thick trees, and like it had this like foresty mountain feeling to it.
Yeah.
And it's just not like that anymore.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff's being rebuilt, which is great, but man, the economy and everything up there is just never ever gonna be the same.
I bet not.
A lot of people have returned and started rebuilding. A lot of new people have gotten like property and started building to where it's making a comeback for sure.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, businesses are coming back a lot. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses did leave. A lot of people did leave and move out.
Yeah.
Which I mean is totally understandable. I mean, at that point, it is super scary dealing with all that. I mean,
I imagine Ryan that it put a fucking big toll on your, just mood and mental thought and all that shit.
Oh, dude, I was so. What was crazy was I was about to start a new job the Monday after.
Oh shit!
And that was on a Thursday. So it's like myself and all my roommates, I had 3 of them at the time.
Yeah.
We're all trying to find somewhere to live or stay until we had made it to that point. And one of my roommates and I were actually starting the same job at the same company on that Monday. And like when we finally showed up, everyone was just like, did you guys not get an email? Like, you did not have to show up today. Or like, for the foreseeable future, until we figured all this out. And we were like, I mean, we don't really have anywhere to go or anywhere to live or anything else right now, so this is kind of a better option is to have 8 to 10 hours of somewhere to be.
Did they kind of help you out or what?
They did they were really awesome about it.
Cool.
It was a healthcare company down there, so they were insanely gracious with the funds and everything that they had saved for like a lot of different other things in case this did happen. And just so many different people were really grateful. Like all of us had made it out, and like we were even willing to come in and everything. We were like,
that's cool. Hell yeah.
Are so down on everything and so like just fucked up mentally. Honestly,
that's a big thing to have people actually, especially even people you don't know, especially for them to be your first day and them to actually reach out and actually help you. That's a big thing for your mental game to overcome and be helped out that way and actually feel.
Oh no, it helped tremendously.
Yeah, I bet.
But it was just like we're also kind of a little tired of everyone asking how I was and what we went through and everything, and having to tell the story so many different times and like not really wanting to visit it again. I mean, I'm pretty sure 2 of my roommates have not even wanted to go up back to where my house was.
Yeah, I can imagine, man.
I mean, I didn't want to either. I think I've gone up there a total of 3 times since then.
Yeah.
And every time it just hits.
I mean,
totally different. It hurts.
I mean, you've lost everything that you own, but you also lost the memories and all that stuff that you had at that place and everything. It's just I could imagine, man, it being a big bearing on your life and just fucking your mind thought up and all that shit. So I'm glad you pushed through it, man, and got through it, and kicking ass now.
Yes.
Shit, yeah. Now I'm living out here in Hawaii.
see, chat. That's what perseverance and fucking hard work and pushing and keep fucking grinding get you.
Exactly. Yeah. Except, I mean, if the island catches on fire, I'm a little fucked. But I can just go to the beach. But it's fine. I'll lose my truck and I'll be thinking about that. But hey,
you went from fires to volcanoes.
A7, to answer your question, did people pass away? Yes, but as terrifying as it was, There were a lot of people that weren't actually posted up on like the news and the updates on things, and then they were finally released later. There was a lot more people that died than anyone ever actually told us, because they didn't want to like add to a lot of different other stuff, which I understand. But it's at the same time, like, we knew that there was an entire area of a retirement home that could not be vacated,
transported out fast enough.
Yeah. So
Dude, damn. Wow.
There was a lot.
Yeah, there was. I mean, a lot of people. That's the thing about like a small town like Paradise was too. Is there's a lot of people helping out other people. I mean, you're driving down the road and there's someone like walking down the road, like their car didn't make it, or the fire was on their ass. A lot of people just got out of the cars and started running.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I had room in my car, and I grabbed 2 other people.
That's awesome.
So like, there's a lot of people like that, just like, hey, hop in, like, we're going, like,
like if I had the chance to get you out of here, you're getting the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. Same way when we had all that fucking ice and all that shit down here, man. I was, just I was driving around, just I had fucking tow straps and all that stuff, jumper cables and all that stuff, fucking back up to make sure no one was stranded out in that shit, because I had 4-wheel drive and all the people had it and stuff. So I was looking, someone was stuck or needed a lift or something, or someone was walking, I was gonna pick their ass up and help them out.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it was a lot like that. I think there was one guy, he was actually put like on some news something and given a brand new truck from Toyota, because he had like a Toyota Tundra or something.
Oh, the Tundra, yes.
Yep, he made multiple runs back up and down trying to get people's livestock and just getting people in general out of there.
Yeah,
and it was really, really awesome. And I was like,
I believe he was a big portion of helping getting a lot of people out from the hospital area, if I remember correctly.
Oh
yeah,
and was just loading everybody and anything up in his truck, just helping out as much as he could.
Yes, dude. Yeah, that's the way.
Dude, you'd see people like just sitting in like truck beds and things that are just covering their faces, like all this other stuff. People would take their campers and like all this other stuff and put people like. I saw 2 or 3 times where people had like their RVs and like boats hooked up.
Yeah.
To the back of them, and people were just sitting inside the boat and all this other stuff.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
12 more people in there. Exactly. Yeah. Everyone came together like you would never believe.
Right.
And it was really cool to see, but it was also like awful to see like something like that is what made everyone like come together like that.
Well, it's good that they're rebuilding and getting the community back and getting that up and going. Not just leaving it not leaving that area just in a state of just waste and not fixing it up. Getting the community back and building everybody back up and getting them going.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, they're gonna get the community back of people that wanted to rebuild and like people that were building in general just up there, because there's 3 more towns above it that are a little smaller and everything too. So it's like they're not gonna leave them all alone and everything. It's just like I said, kind of the ecosystem of everything is not really going to really get back to what it was. I don't think they actually really be able to set some of the like restaurants and all the shopping places and things up like it was. So that makes me a little sad about it, but they'll definitely get the people back up there, because people, they just a lot of people that were living up there just didn't want to be in the city. It was like, okay, if I ever needed anything down there, I'll just drive the 20 minutes to get down there, 30 minutes with traffic and things. And that was kind of the way I was like, I want to get the fuck out of here, so I'm gonna move up here. And
well, that, and then you couldn't beat the community itself too. I mean, even so, the fire happened what was that, November 8th, if I remember correctly. So burnt for 3 weeks or something like that. When they finally got people up there though, so they've always had an ice rink that goes up there, or that they put up there at one of the parks,
community center.
The community center. And they end up having the ice rink there just in time for like Christmas, and that way the community had somewhere to go and like they can kind of regroup a little bit, and have a little bit of normalcy after everything that happened as well.
A lot of different places opened up just about everywhere for RV parking and like all these different things, because FEMA came in clutch with giving people with a certain amount of people that were living in your houses, like a trailer or something else or anything, just so people could have a place to go home to.
A roof over their head.
Yep. That's the way it was down here when we had all that shit. They were opening up areas for people to, because a lot of people that had power for like 2 or 3 weeks and all that stuff. So it was like negative fucking 13 down here and all that shit. So people started open up the old warehouses they had, and a couple up here. I think that high school opened their gym and all that stuff to get people up in there to give them a place to stay warm and have shelter over them.
No, it was really cool in that regard. It was just everyone banded together in like all the surrounding areas, and we're like, hey, you can stay here, you just move this here. Like, we got places for,
I mean, you have
however many people.
You have to
people with just property. We're just like, please come hook up your RV. Like,
we have so many hookups
here.
So execution is
maybe just people that have just open fields, just being able to go somewhere and park your truck and just sleep.
Right. Not
sleep in comfortably.
A
lot of people up in their houses and everything too.
Was there people driving down the road in literal fire?
My tires started melting halfway down and everything there. I had to replace a lot of different stuff, and it was just everything was on fire. I have videos of like me just sitting while I'm watching everything burn.
Jesus, dude.
It was scary. And so even after that, like even just trying to get like all the fire department back up into there after, so they finally got to where people were coming down, and they were able to open up to where it was the 2 lanes going back up into Paradise. Because it's a 4-lane road, so 2 lanes and 2 lanes. And once people were starting to able to go back up there too, I know several people had to go up there with equipment, my dad being one of them, and just move all the burnt cars off the road just fire departments and ambulance and everything can get up there to help people that were stranded up there too.
So here Godit says, how did the fire first start? Was it through weather, or was it man-made?
I don't know if I'm actually allowed to talk about it. Some of it had to do with weather, yes, but then on top of that, the biggest like catalyst for it was PG&E. And I don't know how I'm gonna be reprimanded for that. Because, go for it.
I'm not part of it. PG&E, one of PG&E's transformers failed and created sparks to hit into a dry field. 2 ridges over, or a ridge over. I think it was 2 ridges over, if I'm not mistaken.
Because they had warned all of us that they were gonna shut the power off, and they never did.
Because they were supposed. So with them is what they were trying to do is anytime there was going to be a big windstorm or anything, they were shutting power off, and that way it wouldn't have any. That way, if a transformer did cause an issue, or what transformers wouldn't be able to have an issue at that point. And so transformer failed, caused a lot of sparks against a dry field. And with the weather that we have here too, especially during that time of year, is insane. It jumped the ridge. I think the fire started at, I think they said like 4:30 or something like that in the morning, and it was hitting Paradise by 7:30 in the morning.
Holy shit!
That's 2 ridges. That's 2 ridges over.
And like half the town was already on fire by that.
By 10:30, it was like 3/4 of the way through town.
Chat says Transformer. What the fuck? Bumblebee came out there.
No,
Transformer for the power poles. That's I think I heard like the news or something said it was like traveling like 20 miles an hour and all that shit. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, it was
even faster.
It was moving 3 football fields
a
second or something like that.
Jesus,
3 football fields a minute or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was 8 a.m. 8 a.m. It hit my wife's work, and she worked at a place called Ridgeview. It was part of the hospital, so right there on the very edge of town. So by 8 o'clock, it was touching her building while she was at work.
Dude,
Yep.
That's crazy, man. Wow.
Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, I think she is the one that started kind of like the evacuation. Her and a coworker started the evacuation on the hospital itself.
Okay. So,
which is awesome.
did you get any of it P stroke, or was your house safe?
So my family is up there. They're down on Neal Road.
Okay.
The fire. I luckily for us, I think we had like 12 horses at the time.
Yeah.
And they eat a lot of grass, so that makes it super nice. And then a lot of the surrounding houses around us all have horses as well.
Okay.
And so it went around quite a few of us, luckily, just because all the maintenance that we try to keep up on.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that is a very heavily fire area, unfortunately.
Yeah, you gotta keep that down and all that stuff because of the horses and everything.
Like the last one was 2012.
Yeah.
2008. 2008 had a big fire that burned through it. I got a couple of houses up towards Paradise. I don't remember how many like structures burned in the 08 fire.
Yeah, it got stopped on one side of the ridge in the canyon before it truly got to like the rest of the town.
Yeah.
But like for like my family's property, got lucky there and it went around us there. I think it caught one outbuilding there on fire or during the 08 fire, but like I think they came through and dumped water on it like right as it started, so it ended up saving the place. And then like the 2018 fire lost a couple outbuildings, lost part of our arena, so a lot of last summer we went through and we're rebuilding, doing all the new posts and everything, just trying to get everything kind of back to normal.
Yeah, right. That is crazy.
But,
yeah,
it's wild up there with everything, especially fires around here. So once they start going, they start creating their own environment, their own atmosphere, and so that wind just moves.
Well, if you like really break down the science of actually fire, it actually is like a living, breathing, because it needs fuel to fucking breathe. It needs something to fucking eat. So it's literally in its own entity, living, breathing thing. So
yeah,
I mean, some scientists I've watched about fire, they say that it actually fucking thinks and all that shit. So it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, and especially like with them too, it was moving back and forth so much just because the wind was just sitting there and just spinning.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
That's crazy. Dude.
Yeah.
I've never. I've put fire, like ranch fires out and stuff like that, but I've never experienced anything like that, man. That's yeah.
It's something you don't want to.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. It's something you absolutely don't want to.
Yeah. No, hell no. No, I've experienced my tough shit in life, so yeah. No. Especially just losing everything like that and all that stuff, and just starting all back over is just
Oh yeah, no, it was. I think I have a couple pictures from one of my friends who was volunteering with some of the people that went up there at first to like go over some of the houses and like which ones had burned and like what they're gonna do with the land and whatever. And it was like crazy to see how much of like nothing was left. Like my house in particular, there was just nothing there. Although surprisingly, my big ass propane tank that was in the backyard, still fine. And I was like,
build them good.
that's what survived. Plus like a beam that I had for like my overhang in the backyard. I was like, how the hell is this okay? And I think like our barbecue was like, okay, it had a shit ton of ash on it and it was like on fire, but the propane tank in that didn't blow up. And I was like, I'm so confused by all of this.
Yeah.
But also it was just,
weird.
Everything else was scorched and just gone.
Damn.
Like if you saw something that looked like anything anywhere and you went to go pick it up, it would just fall apart in your hands.
So I kind of want to dive more into like how your process was of like overcoming all of that and like getting back on your feet, and if you like had certain exercises, or if you had a team around you to keep you going, or if your family reached out, or if it was your work and all that stuff. I kind of want to dive into that.
I mean, a lot of it was just the people that I know,
okay,
like family and friends.
Okay.
just being like, it's okay, and I'm like, I know it's okay,
Yeah.
but also like you didn't have to go through this directly.
Yeah, right.
Like I lost all my stuff, which is fine. It's just stuff, but like I lost my place to live, like the place that I called home.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of it was the company that I, then got the job for had like a bunch of like mental health counselors and things that were awesome. Open and things for it, and I was just like, you know what? A couple of these times I just kind of need to get it all out and just fucking scream.
Yeah, right.
That shit. And so that was a good help.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, it's just, the family and friends that were there and were actually continuously there, not just for like, hey,
so you
I know something happened.
You had a team around you to get you up and keep you moving and keep positive on stuff. I'm sure you had your rough times and your down times and all that shit, and just like we all do. Yeah,
and I mean, it's as many times as I've like told the story directly to like friends that have asked about it, like pretty much immediately after it happened, it's been fine, but it's still like a little bit of a sensitive subject because I'm like,
right,
I
can understand.
Like openly talk about it in most other cases.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you're going through life with all your stuff and just living normal life, and just a fucking huge curveball out of nowhere, and just everything gets ripped away from you, and you really have to start all over and shit. So that can
I mean, I even told a couple of my friends, I was like, dude, I would have thrown literally everything that I owned outside of the house if it would have saved it.
Yeah,
just to have people like to have a space for people to go somewhere.
Right.
So like my house be like the building that like lived on that street, and for just people to go.
Yeah, right.
Like, hey, you can stay here.
Yeah.
As long as you fucking need to, man. It does not matter to me at all.
Yep.
Like we're all going through the same exact thing.
Yeah. That's kind of shows the testament towards you and your why you're growing so big on your social media and all that content, because the mind will to keep on pushing and to get back that and get all
the perseverance.
The perseverance and
trying.
Just the worth ethic not to give up and just keep on pushing and keeping a positive mindset and all that stuff to just get back onto the horse and get back to the grind of life and all that stuff. That says a lot for you, man. That's the reason we want you on the show, man. So
yeah, dude. And I appreciate it. I mean, it's not about what's happened in the past and dwelling on it. It's like moving forward, like what you learn from it and what you can do.
But also don't forget about the past. The past, what makes you, the stuff that happened in your past is also what makes you stronger and what makes you you. So
exactly. And I'm just saying not to dwell on it.
Yeah. Not to dwell.
If you're gonna consistently think about it, you're just gonna be depressed and sad all the time.
Don't dwell on the bad aspects, and dwell on the aspects that can make you better and stronger in life. So going through that, it was a terrible time of your life, but in the long run it made you stronger.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and being just mentally strong over it too, being able to help you get over everything too.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's a big thing. It's all in perspective, how you see it,
Oh yeah, no, I mean there's been some tough times in my life and everything, even past that, but man, I don't think there's gonna be anything worse than actually going through all of that and going through on top of that. And I'm like, you know what, I made it out of all of this.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna push through this also and find something amazing.
Yeah, right.
Just like Hella said, that led me to her.
Yeah.
She's kind of my rock and everything now too, and I love her with all my heart. So
that's the way life works, man.
Exactly.
Life rewards people that can push through the fucking hardships and keep on grinding and get where you want. So life has a weird way of seeing that shit and fucking be like, hey, you keep on fucking working your ass off and get through the hard shit I'm throwing at you. I'll make your fucking life awesome. And then yeah,
exactly.
Let's see what chat's got to say.
Nowhere to go but up, man.
What's up?
There's nowhere to go but up.
See, you cannot quit. You can't quit. I don't care. this goes out to y'all, chat, and whoever listens in the future with, you know, with this, when this is not live. Y'all, whatever you're going through, I don't care what it is. You know, I'm gonna be fucking straight up with you. I don't care what it is, what you're going. I don't care if your mom died and all that stuff, or you know, your whole family died or whatever. You cannot quit. You cannot quit. You cannot give up. You have people around you. Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Nah.
Never quit attitude. You cannot quit on life, man. Whoever you are, I don't care who you are. You have someone out there that's depending on you, even if it's yourself. You have to get back up, get back on the saddle, pick your ass up. You know, get some team around you. Reach out to someone to help you, but you can not quit. You got to take those little baby steps. It's not going to be overnight. Nothing ever is. It's going to be a long fucking journey ahead of you, but you cannot quit. You have to get back up. If you fucking don't, you will be miserable and you will not go in your life, and the stress and the pain and all stuff will literally fucking kill you. So you have to keep on pushing. I know it's hard at times. Trust me. I've been there. Be easy. Yeah. Life is not easy. I don't care who you ask, for anyone.
You can't be afraid to reach out and ask for help too. That's a huge thing.
Exactly.
If you're going through something, I mean, just reach out to anybody, any of us. Like, I mean, family, friends. I mean, just anybody. Just ask. I'm sure someone will be there to help you, to help or to catch you and help you get back up on your feet and get you running again.
Yep.
Exactly.
And everyone that we've had on here, they stream on some kind of platform, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, you know, other Facebook and all that stuff. Go in their chat, man. You know, you can hook up with them, get their information. If you need to talk to someone or talk to them, you know, we are here for y'all. I don't care who the fuck you are. If you need to talk to us, email us, contact us in some way. We will help you out. We will, you know, we'll talk to you one-on-one if you need to. And if you needed, you know, help to direct you to someone that can actually physically, like, professional help you, and we can direct you to that. But we are here. We want to help y'all. This is the reason it's called MindTalks, man. We focus on the mental health, the good side of the mental health. We want you all to fucking win at life. All fucking 19 of y'all people that's in here in this stream right now. We want y'all to succeed and chase y'all's dream and have the abilities and the avenues to find your purpose in life. So if you got some shit going on in your brain that's not fucking jiving with you right now and it's holding you back, contact us, man. We have the people. We know the people. We, you know, just us three can help you out and all that stuff. So we can find a way to fix your ass. We just need to know that you're in pain and suffering. That's the only way we can fix you, if you reach out.
Yeah. We lost Joker.
That's the reason it's called Joker. He's fucking with the camera. He's joking with us. See what chat's got to say. They got to say a lot.
Yes.
Let's see. What's up,
Lloyd? Oh, yeah, Bear's in here. What's going on?
Give a second, guys. There's a lot of comments, so we got to go through.
Dino's in here. Welcome in, Dino. Sorry, we have not been like keeping up with chat. Just kind of going through, making sure everything's.
I've been trying to type and try to keep who's coming up in here, saying what's up to them and all that stuff.
No.
You're able to hear us, Joker?
I'm not sure we're just having a mind.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can't see you.
Okay. Hold on.
The rebuild of the Paradise has been beautiful to see. The community is strong. So hell yeah, that's awesome. Good. I'm glad the communities are getting back and all. So that's a big thing for just everyone that lives there. Just seeing everything getting built back and all that stuff, because it's so easy for, you know, even like tornado sites and all stuff that cities that just get leveled. You know, it's, you know, that can be a big detriment to someone, the whole community.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
You know,
everything's gonna shut down for a sec.
Hey, mute your mic on
yeah, you wanna please.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but yeah, just it can be mentally damaging to like everyone that can, and plus people can get stuck in that mindset of, you know, I lost everything and then you know, I'm not gonna get anything back and all that stuff. I have no money. I can't get my life going. Yeah, so it's a good thing for people are helping out each other and getting the community back. That's a huge thing. And I wish that would be like the case of fucking life 24/7, but it's not.
Shit, man. It took forever.
Yeah, imagine.
to get like even just some of the small things back.
Oh yeah.
Right. I mean, in the end, I don't know how to word this. Most of everything that you have on top of that, it's just stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like
just
that's what I was saying. Like if I still had some place like a house
Mm-hmm.
that I can still just be like, yo, we can buy blankets, we can get some little stuff set up that I can have 40 people that I know directly or don't. Doesn't matter to me. Like everything else is just stuff. I don't give a shit about any of that. Like, fuck all the stuff. Stuff comes and goes. It's mostly based on what you want, right? Because you're gonna spend money on it. It's not based on what you need. Like exactly. Like it was based on more of like, hey, people need a place to stay with a roof over their head.
Yeah.
That's it. I could provide that if that was still there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I couldn't.
People need shelter. People need water. People need food, and people need clothing on their back and all that stuff. You know, those are the things we need.
Exactly.
You know, TVs and Xboxes and all that shit. You know, that's just we don't need that shit. We just want it. You know.
Yeah, it's all at that point. It's all just materialistic. I mean, everything at that point can be replaced. Like, like stuff, clothes. I mean, everything can be replaced. But family, friends can't.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, it's the people that ultimately gave their life and got their life taken because of that. You know, that's the people that need to be recognized and honored and all that stuff for that.
Right, which is why I was a little bit mad when they released like the people and like how old they were and like the amount of people that had passed away because of that. And I was like, that's absolutely not right. Like I know an entire like condo area and like this part of the hospital and this retirement home and everything where people didn't make it out. There's no way there's only like 15 people that have gone.
Yeah.
Why are you telling us all this? Like, it's not going to make any of us that know the truth and feel any better.
No, hell no.
Like, we tried to do what we could, and we tried to do as much as was humanly possible at that point. But, like, stuff was on fire. Like, things we couldn't pass certain areas. We were blocked off from a lot of different stuff. It was like there wasn't extra things that we could have done, even though we tried. I did try. Like, a couple of friends of mine were like, hey, my cousin's here, my sister's here. Like, can you go check on them? Can you go see this? They're not answering their phone. I'm like, I just got this message right before my service ended. This is why.
Yeah.
You know, I'll try to go up that area, and I was just blocked off from some of it. I got, a couple of
there's
people
only so
in my
much
car,
you can do in that, in that emergency. There's only so much you can do. You're limited by the area that's being affected by the fire and all that stuff. So there's only a certain amount of stuff that you can do for people and all that stuff. I mean, you try your best. That's what we do. Yeah.
I mean, we're only human.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like our perseverance, our mindset, and everything else that makes us push through.
Yeah. Right.
So much.
Exactly.
In our lives, and like even to kind of look at the comments and everything here, Clockwork Lily was saying that if I can get better and feel better about myself and not look in the mirror and not hate myself, and my ever being not to have the past hurt me. That's one of those things that I was kind of saying, like when you dwell too much on the past and not look towards what you can do to change.
Yeah.
Not like the world or anything else, nothing else to do with anyone.
Yeah.
What you can do to even take just a small step forward.
Yep.
Start with small goals.
Yeah.
Because in our own minds, like we are human. Like if we achieve a goal, we're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it makes you feel
What's
good.
next?
It makes you feel
Let's
good.
get the next one.
Yeah, it makes you,
just
want more. It makes you want to keep on winning at life,
Exactly. Just getting that one step closer every single time. It might not be a huge change, but
no.
Shoot, one step closer is better than we just did yesterday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and that brings us back to like what I've been saying the last couple of episodes too, is having that final goal and knowing like kind of what you want to have and persevering towards it.
Yeah.
Make a goal for that day.
Yep.
Achieve that goal, or make that goal for a week.
And it doesn't have to be a big goal either. It can just it can be waking up and getting brushing your teeth regularly, or looking in the mirror and telling yourself that you're beautiful. Just doing those
something as small as like, hey, like I want to get this done tomorrow.
Yeah.
And actually doing it.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, however small or
writing in a journal or something like that. It don't have to be a fucking big ass feat, you know. I want to go lose 50 pounds, and it can be just start off with small stuff, you know. That's the only way you begin, you know. Smart. If you want to go fucking big and conquer the fucking world, then go on for it, you know.
Amazing, but just don't stop.
Yeah, just don't stop. That's the main goal. That's the goal. You can't stop. Whatever you set out, whatever goal that you set, there's no plan B for it. There is no plan B. There is no fallback plan. There is no quitting. You set that goal, you finish it. That's the only way it's supposed to be. That's the way it only is. So if you have,
you got to realize that there's steps to it.
Yeah.
Well, it might be a little tiny steps up into that goal, but you got to keep on pushing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was kind of saying, is having that goal in each step. Conquer a step a week. Do one step a week to get towards that final goal.
Yep.
Exactly.
And write it down. Write it down helps a big. It lets you visually see it. It makes a mental note that you have it written down, and it makes you want to accomplish it because you took the time to write it down. So write your shit down.
Notes in your phone. Write shit in a journal. Keep track of it.
Put posters up. Put sticky notes on your walls and all that stuff to remind you what you're trying to do and to get you up. And put notes around your house that you see. It's like, I'm beautiful. I'm awesome. I can do this. I'm pushed through. And surround your people with good people. If you have bad people in your life, I'm sorry to say, I don't care who the fuck they are, if they're dragging you down and keeping you from winning in life and fucking up your mental health, cut them out of your life. I'm sorry to say, I know it's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a part of the journey, but get fucking rid of them. Or if you can minimize them and cut them and do it that way or something, or hopefully come across them, then do that. But if there's no reason to with them, get them the fuck out of your life, man. I'm sorry. Just it's gonna hold you back. It's gonna make everything worse. Just get rid of them.
Yeah, that, or take everything that they have for as a grain of salt, you know. Take what they have. If they have, they might have experience in what you're trying to do, and if they've already been down that same road and they're trying to help you out too. You got to look at all aspects of it too.
Yep.
Plus, listening to whatever someone else has done might not work for you.
No. Everyone's different.
You have to figure out what works for you.
Everyone's different.
Because, shit, there was, however many thousands of people that went through what I did. And then, what helped me the most was honestly just myself. Yeah. And you know what? I can't live like this. I can't continue on if I just keep feeling like shit for all of this. Yes, I did have people. I did have awesome friends and amazing family and, other people that were able to just let me let it out.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's just it's what you decide and what you want to actually do.
Yep.
Because it's not going to be, this is the surefire thing that works for everybody. You got to find your own niche with that.
Yeah.
And
ultimately, no one's, even if you can have the best fucking team in the world around you, the most positive, the most successful people. If you're not willing to help you and put you in the work, you're gonna be stuck in the same position that you are suffering. So you're ultimately gonna have to get up off of your ass and push yourself to get out of the situation that you are in. If you don't, you're gonna be stuck there.
Exactly. Yeah. So exactly what Lily had just said.
Yeah.
What if negative people are biological family, and what should I do with that point? Honestly, family isn't chosen.
No.
Not always is family chosen.
No.
I have a bunch of different people that I absolutely love to death, and they are not related by blood to me.
Yeah, same here.
And it's because I absolutely love them. They help me be the best person that I can be. Yep. It is up to you. They might be biological family, but you need to have straight up sit down, have that talk with them and be like, hey, this is what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you are negatively influencing all of this.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's going to be hard.
Unless something changes with all that,
it's probably going to be the hardest time of your fucking life. But
it is
the only way to get past that. Yeah, you're probably going to have a knockout. It's going to be a journey. You'll probably have a knockout, drag out fight and all that stuff. But it'll eventually, it'll eventually subside, but you're going to have to sit down and have a serious talk and try to fix it and all that stuff.
Exactly.
And ultimately, if you can't fix it, then I'm sorry to say you probably have to try to let that person go in your life, or solely let them go, or whatever how you need to do it. But it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
two things are going to happen. One, you're going to either realize how much they truly impact how negative you're seeing things.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, shit, this is not what I want for my life.
Yep.
And you're going to move much better forward because of it.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Or you're going to say, hey, this is what it is. This is how I'm feeling. This is what you're making me feel. I can't do this. If you want to be a part of my life and if you want to be doing this like I would love you to be, you have to change.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you are the one that is making all of this negative, and you're the one that is making this so much worse. And they're either going to reach out because they do want to do better, or they're not.
Yeah.
And that's when you know, hey, I made the right decision by fucking X-naying them out of there.
Well, I've done the same thing, you know, since I started my YouTube and building my brand and my business and all that stuff. Especially getting a mentor and, you know, becoming self-aware and trying to just keep them positive and winning that life. I had to cut a lot of people out. I had to cut a couple friends that were, you know, 20+ year friends out of my life because their mindsets were not in the right space. And
it happens.
I've talked to them and all that stuff, and, you know, try to, you know, see their outlet and try to, you know, be like, hey man, you know, I really would love you to be with me through this. And hopefully you can, you know, grow, you know, out of this and become successful out of this. You know, what I'm starting, you know, that's the whole reason I started this. It's not just for me. It's for, you know, people that are watching us right now and my friends and family and their friends and family that could, you know, hopefully benefit in their life and will start winning in life and all that stuff. So, you know,
exactly. It might be the person that's closest to you.
Yeah.
But in that particular situation, just like, you know, Lily said, it's someone super close to her. It's just, if you can't tell them straight up, like, how they are negatively affecting your life and how you were trying to do better, but they're just holding you back for things. And if they're not willing to change, like, that's something wrong with them. That is not you.
No,
that is you going, hey, I know what's wrong. And either we can leave you to the side here, and I will keep moving, and I will keep growing, and I will do better for myself.
Right.
Or we can do this together. We can try to figure it out. But if you're not willing to do that, then you were absolutely the problem that's even making things worse for other people.
Yeah, at that point, you just got to move on. You just have to, you know. You can't let that person literally drag you down and literally killing you because, you know, whatever, you know. I know love runs deep, but there's only so much love that I can give out to certain people. So
exactly,
if I can't win in life with you in my life, then I don't need you in my life. You know, my mom always said, your life is on a carpet, right? And wherever you don't want on that carpet, you can fucking sweep them off. So
I'm trying to look up
one thing too with, like, don't necessarily just automatically just cut somebody out of your life.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, I'm just saying from my own experiences, I've done it myself. Yeah. For me, like, I've never once had an issue. Like, someone disagrees with me, okay, you're done. I don't want it. I don't talk to that person for years. I mean, for me, like, okay, so 6 years ago now, I cut a lot of my own family out of my life.
Yeah.
My mother being one of them, just because I could not see eye to eye with her on any aspect between her, my stepdad, anything. And so I did not talk to my own mother for 2 years. I would call the house just to talk to my sister for a few minutes, and my mom would get on the phone. I would immediately hang up. I wanted nothing to do with any part of that family.
Yeah.
And I finally came around, and it was just either like personal growth or just finally just sitting down and having a conversation with them and having a good talk. No voices being raised. I mean, that was like always the biggest part, is I'd go to talk to my mom or my stepdad or anything like that, and it would just immediately start arguing and yelling at each other, and I didn't want it.
Yeah.
And so finally sat down and had a good long conversation with everybody, and now my mom is again one of my best friends. I can call her and talk to her about anything. It's having that initial conversation and just sorting everything out too.
Yep.
See, when it comes down to it, your own personal growth is what got you over all of that. To be able to talk to that, you're like, you know what? I am so far above this, and I'm doing so well in my life, and I'm happy, and I'm persevering, and I'm going through all of this. And like, I am willing to now do all of this because I know damn well you cannot bring me down anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we can either have this conversation and, you know, work things out, and we can have a good conversation.
Exactly.
You are continuously going to do this, and you are going to see how much better I am doing because I cut you out.
Yeah.
And you're going to realize that you either want to change or you're just going to be stuck.
Yep.
And I'm so sorry for you, but I have done all this on my own.
Yeah.
And you are physically now seeing this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, I applaud you for that. That's a whole lot of stuff. I'm kind of in the same way. I had a lot of different stuff going on with like my stepmom growing up, like a lot of different other things, because my mom wasn't even in my life for 10 years.
Yeah.
And like heard all these different horrible things about her and like all these different other things. And I was like, she's still my mom. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
Life was pretty much fucking hell up until that point. And when I finally reached a certain age and I was like, hey, like, I'm going to move forward with my life. And if you don't fucking agree with that, you can fuck off. I don't care if you're married to my dad. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to pass all this other stuff. I graduated college in 2 years. I own my own house up at one point. I have all these different degrees. I have a, you know, whole bunch of other stuff. I have these specific, you know, things in my life that I want to hit.
Yeah.
She was just like, holy shit. Like, yeah, I'm the one in the wrong. I'm so sorry for everything that had happened with all of us. I hope everything can be fine. And I'm like, of course. Like, I really hope that it would be, because even though you're my stepmom, like, I have 3 younger siblings. They might be your kids, but they're also my dad's kids. We share the same dad.
Right.
I love them to death.
Yeah.
My little sister just got her first car, and the first person that I messaged was my stepmom, because I was like, hey, I'm so glad that you decided to look at things a different way, because my little sister called me. She was like, hey, mom's being all weird about all this other stuff. It's just money and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, hey, do you have the money? Have you figured all this other stuff out? And then I called my stepmom, and I was like, hey, Shannon deserves this.
Yeah.
She's been working her ass off and all this other stuff. I hope you can see that. And she was like, you know what? You're right. Like, good conversations. Like, all things like that. I'm like, I'm so glad that it turned that way, because literally, like, I grew up with her since I was 5.
Yeah.
Like, her entire family has always been loving and supporting of me, and like having me there. Like, I am me, you know, to them.
Yeah.
But having her there was always a totally different side of things. So like, yeah, I completely understand everything, Mark. And it was like, shit, like that mother figure and everything is just not there. You know, for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then finally everything got so much better.
Yeah.
Just because of your own thing before that, your own personal growth.
Well, and also, if you do cut somebody out of your life and you want them back, you're ultimately going to have to, you know, sit down and have that talk, or, you know, dedicate that time to them to try to come through their senses, and, you know, try to get them to at least change their mindset and see the different aspect of life, and hopefully, you know, through that they want to be part of your life and all that stuff. But, you know, then there's some people.
The biggest thing is giving them that option, though.
Yeah, but there's some people though that do not.
I want you in my life, but if you don't want to be a part of it, I hope you know that is on you.
Yeah. There are some people that do not want to change at all, and there's no if they don't want to be helped. You can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. So there's literally, you can't waste your time with them. So, you know, those people you literally have to you literally have to just let them go. You know, there's nothing that you can do, and maybe over time, maybe, you know, through just time itself, that they eventually, you know, come to and see, you know,
realize how big of a part of their life you are,
or just anyone, you know, just because people like that, other people that are around their lives too are going to do the same exact thing, you know. Then hopefully through that they actually start seeing that, okay, I need to change.
And I mean, even if the other people in their life that they're like, okay, I don't need you, I have these people, if they're going to be doing the same thing, they'll either realize it, or they'll see like, hey, this is where I want to be. Fuck everyone that left me and whatever, and they'll just never change. Which, in turn, means that you did the right thing.
Yep. Exactly.
So. Doing it. I think that's why I'm doing the art that I do, because I was told by him was you'll never make a living making art, and I'm making art and making this happen because art is what makes me happy. And see, and that's another thing, like with just setting a goal, and if that's something that you want to do, it's just setting that goal and just chipping away at it, do step by step, and just achieve it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's what makes you happy, go for it. Absolutely, fucking
100%.
head on, fucking charge for it.
Yep.
I mean, shoot, just as a small example, I have a bunch of different degrees because I'm like really good at school, and because like this is where I was supposed to go, and all these things were what I was supposed to do. None of them made me happy. I don't use any of them.
Yeah.
Doing what makes me happy. That's why I moved out here. I was in California, and I was like, you know what? All this other stuff's happening, all this negativity and everything else in my life. Like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I have family out here. I'm gonna go ahead and go live with them. I'm gonna figure out what I want to do. I want to follow what makes me happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it being such an amazing opportunity. I met so many different friends, including both of you.
Yeah.
And we found all these different people, including the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with just by coming out here. And it's like, follow what makes you happy.
Yeah.
If someone isn't going to be there to support it, they're not going to be someone that you're going to want to be in your life 10 years from now.
No.
Even a year from now.
No.
Because if they're the one putting down what makes you happy, that right there that's complete negativity. Do what makes you happy, and you are going to be happy for the rest of your life. If that means doing something small, doing something big, that's what you want to do.
So, chat, this is going back to your story, Ryan. Did you guys implement new plans to emergency bases on the experience during the fire?
Basically, PG&E is on a whole different level now. Anytime there is any threat of wind or threat of anything at all, they shut everything immediately.
The entire north state.
They fixed that so much to the point to where I think they had to pay something like $40 billion to like so many different other people, like just because that wasn't the only one. They were like semi-involved in. It was the entirety of California and like a lot of different other stuff. So there are many different security procedures in place for a lot of different other stuff now. But when it comes down to it, all they had to do was just actually shut the power off like they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure all of us got an alert saying, hey, power might be shut off. And all they had to do was actually do that, and we would have all been fine.
Yeah. Is there still wildfires going on in there, or they pretty much got them all under control?
California is its own fucking heat-seeking missile when it comes to fires.
Okay.
So straight up, California is one of the craziest, especially in that area.
Yeah.
I've seen the weather in 1 week go from hot as hell and hot wind and like a couple fires now happening to the very next day being raining and pouring to the very next day being snow in a spot to where that should never happen.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
It should not snow in Chico itself. But up in Paradise, Magalia, DeSabla, Sterling City, everywhere up there will get a little bit of snow because it's so much higher in altitude and because it's up in the mountains, it's forest. It does get snow, but it's more of like icy snow. It doesn't lay on really thick. But down in Chico, one of the years, it was straight up 1 week where it was like 82 degrees outside, hot as hell. Very next day, it rained. Well, it was like 40 degrees. Very next day, it was like 10 degrees outside, and it was snowing and hailing, and it was awful.
It's not like fucking hell.
It was like California. Fucking make up your mind, man.
And then like the next day, it's back up to 65 degrees and sunny, and then the next day, back up to 75. I'm like, what the hell?
So there's like perpetually just fires going on like 24/7.
Fire wise, there's definitely a major fire season like in between.
Okay.
Like May and like November. But once it starts to like finally California's in a drought, so we never really actually get like a full rain season. It kind of comes and goes. But so like I don't think there's actually any fires going right now. I haven't like personally looked, so don't quote me on that.
Okay.
but yeah, once it starts warming up and everything starts drying out again, it gets back to fucking fire season, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
Where I mean, there's just you'll get a random lightning strike, and it'll pop up a fire, and that'll go for 2 weeks and burn 180,000 acres. Like
Jesus.
it just everything here, it just dries out so fast because the water table in the ground is just so low.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks all the water out, and it just goes back to being terrible, and it sucks.
There we go.
Yeah.
Stuff's just having issues. No worries.
Oh, you're all good, dude.
But yeah. California is just...
It's wild.
It's a beast within itself, man. There's so many different things going on, and it's such a big state to where literally every little portion of it is on some different kind of weather, different kind of like atmosphere within all of it. That's just, especially up north in that area, from like the Bay Area above, there's so many different climate changes and things that could actually happen that it's just, you can never truly predict it, but you just have to be ready for whatever happens. And unfortunately, during that specific time when everything was on fire, no one really fixed it.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't anything being done until after Paradise and like a couple other towns completely burned. They're just like, oh shit, we should just turn off the power. Like, we're so sorry. We're gonna give you a heads up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we have to do this because this entire town is gone.
Yeah. Well, that's the same way when all this winter weather hit us, started knocking out power and all that stuff. I mean, yes, the winter was having an effect on it. The weather was having an effect on the power itself. But also, the one reason that the power was shutting down was because so many people were at home and using so much electrical power and all that stuff to keep them warm and everything. Because it was like literally, like 70 degrees, and the next day it was like fucking negative 13. It was just, we had no preparedness for this whatsoever. Yeah,
you were telling us that, and we have another buddy that lives in Texas who was like, dude, we just went outside because we don't have power, and because there's 2 feet of snow.
Yeah,
might as well play in the snow. And I'm like, holy shit, dude.
And then Encore and the other main company that runs the whole entire electrical system here in Texas was having to shut down power in certain areas that it really needed because they needed to conserve power to not have the whole system be damaged because so many people were using so much power at the time. So they were going through and shutting down places, whole subdivisions and all that stuff that were not essential to the power grid, like hospitals and all that stuff. They were keeping open, and then people were of course people were bitching at it and all that stuff. And then the governor of Texas was like, well, let's sue the power companies and all that stuff. It's like, don't y'all understand why they were doing it? They were doing it to actually save your ass. If they didn't do that, you wouldn't have power for fucking months.
Exactly. Like, I mean, PG&E kind of like confessed to a lot of different stuff and like claimed guilty to everything. That's why they had to pay out so much different money for the fire that happened with ours. But in that situation, like, that's what they're doing. They're trying to prevent anything else from happening like that, to where someone might be so caved in without power and everything else to where it literally just freeze to death in that particular situation. It was like, hey, we're blocking off certain areas and like kind of going from place to place to place to like make sure everyone kind of has a little bit of power in like each of these situations, or you have the ability to get to those places or something in case something like that happens. And it's like, hey, like they are trying to save you, because that's first and foremost like the reasoning for it. I mean,
and ultimately, it's just part of it. A couple of people have lost their lives in this, winter storm and all that stuff. But I didn't understand why people are acting that way and all.
Lost it.